All right, positive energy all the time. Hope y'all doing great. Let's get into another interesting conversation. As you know, time is running out on the Haitian community. Now, that's not for all Haitians. But that is for the ones that's on a temporary status. I got a lot to say about that. I'm probably going to be talking about that quite a bit, as it's going to be a serious story within the diaspora. Now, it's a dirty job, but somebody got to do it. It might as well be me. So, yeah, rep your city, rep your city, rep your city. As we get into this conversation. I kind of got to do the dirty work. What can I say? Somebody got to do it. So come on in, come on in. I'm going to do this dirty work. I'll do it. Dealing with black people, it's been a challenge. Salute to all the brothers and sisters that have been trying to push for global black unity that failed. Black people never really thought it was important. So that's why we find ourselves in the position we are now. We have no connection to the Haitian community. And it's kind of phony to see people now kind of like make believe, fake support. when there is no connection to Haitians in the United States. None. We got Indianapolis in the building, Baltimore, Maryland's in the house, everybody on Kick, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I'm representing Chicago, Illinois. We got Buffalo in the building. Come on in and rep your city while I do this dirty work. It's a dirty job, but somebody got to do it, I guess. Everybody's so phony. They don't want to tell the truth. Right now, brothers and sisters in Haiti need support, but we don't have any connection to brothers and sisters from Haiti. Whose fault is that? Brothers and sisters from Haiti have not been actively involved with other brothers and sisters. What do you want me to say? They've been a separatist group off to themselves. No relationship with nobody. Not active in any Pan-African or pro-Black events or any type of unity. They've been absent. I challenge any Haitian to say anything different. There's no Haitians involved with any Black people in the diaspora. Not one bit. They've been a very selfish group. And far removed from the struggle of Black people internationally. So the idea that they some kind of way won't support is ridiculous. Who are you? We don't know you. We don't know you. This to the Haitians. We don't know you. You are a stranger. Just like many of the African nations, same thing. Strangers. Strangers. Before I get started, much respect to the Saba Museum here in Chicago. Great museum. We do respect the brother DuSable, but much of the history on DuSable doesn't be accurate. DuSable, if you get a chance to come to Chicago, make sure you go to DuSable Museum. He has a nice statue downtown, considered the founder of Chicago because Chicago was a trading post that he started. DuSable's father was a white Frenchman, so he's not black like that. His daddy was French. His mother was a black African that lived in Haiti. The father got her pregnant, had him. The father took him back to France. Over years, he learned how to sail. He sailed back by himself with a crew, I think, to the Gulf of Mexico and went up to Mississippi. He got so far up to Mississippi, he met a Native American tribe. He married a Native American woman and came across from the Mississippi to Chicago, ended up in Lake Michigan, where the Native Americans called Chicago the place of bad smell because of all the fish wash up the shore on Lake Michigan, and he set up a trading post. And that trading post grew and grew and grew. People started to settle there because there's water, and people in those days, settling had everything to do with rain and water. No water, no settlement. Drive across the U.S. if you get a chance, and what you will notice, you will not get to any major cities until you get to water. And where there's no water, there's nothing. In some places, they might have some crops and stuff where they're close enough to pump water in to the big sprinklers, but basically no water, no civilization. So one reason that New York and Chicago and Detroit are big major cities, Milwaukee, is because of water. Water. Basically. Milwaukee, all those cities, like all the cities around the Great Lakes, some of the cities around the ocean do have freshwater aquifers that they're able to get fresh water. They do have lakes in some of those cities. Atlanta and Florida share underground water, which Florida is losing out on that. That's another story for another day. So I got involved with Black consciousness in 1978. And there was events all across the United States, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Diego, you name it. And at these Black events, they were like pro-Black, meaning, cultural events, Kwanzaa's and African Liberation Days and all other type of days, festivals, heritage festivals, all type. And the main participant in these were basically foundational Black Americans, of course, because it's in LA, it's in Chicago, it's in the United States. Jamaicans, a few Virgin Islanders, a few Trinidadians, a few Africans. For Africa to be like a major focus back then, the African participation was extremely weak. The Africans were very weak in Pan Africanism, basically non participants. Very little. They were never really interested in black unity. And we was trying to push black unity, and it would be a bunch of black Americans, maybe some blacks like St. Croix and different stuff, or blacks that's mixed. But the African participation was always weak. They were never much interested in black unity. Imagine that. And the basis of this black unity stuff was based around Africa. Africa was the focal point in '78, all through the '80s, till the early '90s when it began to fall off because of that. The Africans was always weak when it came to black unity. Still today, the Africans are extremely weak. And the Haitians was basically almost a no-show. I don't know too much about Haitians at all. The impression and the word on the streets in the '90s is that the Haitians were mean and stayed out to themselves and definitely didn't like black Americans. Some people said it because when they came to Florida, black Americans was bullying them and talking about them and teasing them. I could believe that. So it was really not no, based on that, we don't have any relationship with Haitians and hardly any relationship with Africans. The black Americans that were into unifying black people, our biggest ally was Jamaicans, some Trinidadians, a few brothers from the Virgin Islands. The rest were no-show. They never participated in black unity. Why am I saying this? Because by black unity being focused mainly, the center point being Africa, and Africans were so weak, the whole thing of black unity died. Black Americans got turned off and said, to hell with black unity, let's do for ourselves. Including people like me that was heavy into it. It got to the point I had to face the facts. I was wasting my time. I was wasting my time with black unity. And still today, black unity is weak. Doesn't exist, not on a global level. And still today, the Africans are horrible when it comes to having any leadership quality when it comes to black people. They're horrible. They don't bring anything globally to black people. They will be in Ghana begging for you to come, but only to make money off of you. Your return to Ghana thing is a scam. They don't like you, and they only want you to come for the money. What does this have to do with the Haitians? Everything. Because those people that were interested in the diaspora, once we seen the weak outcome, we threw it in the trash. That's why some people look at me and say, well, you a Rasta, what's going on? Yeah, I'm a Rasta, I'm still a Rasta. But just because I'm a Rasta me don't mean Rasta's popping. Rasta's dead in the water. So what do you want me to do? I can't push no strong Rasta ideology with no Rasta community. Rasta sucks right now. Rasta ain't on nothing. What do you want me to do? I had to pick up the pieces and do something else. I had to focus on black Americans. That's not my fault. You can't go to a party and have a good time when you get there and the building's empty. And that's Pan Africanism. And so by the time we get to the 2000s in there, I got to give him his credit. Sarnetta was trying to keep it going. So Sarnetta was struggling, trying to keep Pan Africanism going, and it failed. It failed horribly. So Sarnetta had to switch to religious debates. Tell me I'm lying. He had to switch to Hebrews versus Islam. There was nothing African or nothing for him to talk about. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me the debates didn't turn to religious debates. He couldn't discuss Kemet. He couldn't discuss anything. Sarah soon said he weaked out. Young Pharaoh came into the game and they didn't respect him too much. Then he went off the deep end. He was with SETI for a while. That flopped. And then you know the rest after that. Young Pharaoh went off the deep end. So there haven't been no global unity. So you mix that crash and burn of global Pan-Africanism and global black unity, and you mix that with the Haitians being uninvolved with black people, period, right? Who cares about what happened to the Haitians? The Haitians is a non-factor. They have no allies. Uh, they have no association with nobody. Haitians, what Haitians? So now the Haitians is mad, begging for support, but nobody knows you. You have Haitian brothers and sisters, you have no relationship with the diaspora. Zero. Haitian, what the hell's a Haitian? Where's a Haitian? What relationship do we have with Haitians? We don't have any relationship with Haitians. Haitians have been the worst when it comes to black unity. The Ghanaians did a little, at least they did a little something, the Nigerians. The Ethiopians ain't did nothing. Without the Rastas, you wouldn't even know that the Rastas push Ethiopia more than Ethiopia push Ethiopia. That's a whole nother story for another day. Right? And so when you look at the situation, the Haitians have no allies. Now, this is not all Haitians. These are the Haitians that got temporary protective status. There's still a lot of Haitians that are here and fine. So we don't want to make it like all the Haitians are going to get kicked out or grabbed. No, just the ones that came under protective status. They came on temporary protective status. They tried to pimp the system. They never did anything to get legal citizenship. They basically was welfare babies trying to get freebies in the United States. Never got off their ass and tried to get no citizenship. Meanwhile, in Haiti, the Haitians are a mess, have no control over their island, and it's a hellhole. The Haitians in the United States is like welfare babies. They got to go. Nobody's going to take care of you like that. And nobody's going to pay to take care of you. You got to go. You just thought you was just going to stay here and they was going to throw you another bone and you was going to stay another 20 years and another 20 years? No. The deal was you stay so long, 15 years, and you get the hell out. In 15 years, you made no achievements, no nothing. You just sat down there in Florida and a couple other places and just leaned on the system like welfare babies. We have those. Foundation of Black America, we got welfare dependents. Now you got to get out. Now, Black Americans is coming up. Now, Black Americans ain't came out your mouth since you've been in the country. You ain't said nothing about no Black Americans. We do not know you at all. We don't know you. We don't have any relationship with you at all. None. Absolutely none. No relationship. Why would you wait and don't make no moves to get permanent citizenship? Stay separated off to yourself. And then when America want to throw you out, now you're making all these videos about Black Americans, how we supposed to do this and we supposed to do that and all of this. We haven't heard from you. If you'd have made that many positive videos, we would have been already linked in. You look crazy making videos after America want to throw you out. And some Haitians, you blaming us, but we don't control the United States government. You made that deal with the United States government. This was a deal between you and the European United States government. This wasn't no deal between us and you. It's safe to say by your actions, if it was the deal between you and us, we would have been through your ass out. You wouldn't have been here this long if it was up to me. And that's to the Haitian brothers and sisters. I got love for y'all, but y'all ain't got no love for me, though. I think the government been way nicer than me. I would have been put y'all out. You don't bring nothing to the country. And don't nobody respect you if you can't fix your own country. Go on and fix your country. It's real simple. And if you can't go home and fix your country, tough titty. But don't be talking to no Black American, somebody you ain't never talked to all this time. You ain't never talked to us. We don't got no relationship with Haitians. I mean zero. None. You got a lot of nerves talking to us. We don't know you. And the person that's throwing you out, that's who you supported. Nobody brings that up. The Haitians voted for Trump. And Trump throwing their ass out. Hey, I'm just saying. The Haitians voted for Trump, was trolling all over the internet for Trump. Sure was. Cooning for Trump. He got in there and gonna throw you out. There go the proof right there. Everybody know. Everybody know that the Haitians was cooning for Trump. Everybody know. Now you ain't gonna vote for Trump because Trump can't run no more. So like if you're gonna say something, like make it make sense. That's why when you just be talking just to talk, and how you gonna vote for Trump when he ain't running no more? Bro, okay. You're making y'all look bad. Y'all son? Come on, bro. Y'all supposed to be intelligent. You're in such a big hurry to post a joke that the joke ain't even funny. It don't make no damn sense. Oh, that's the song they were singing? Okay, I didn't know. God, you got to explain yourself, bro. Because when you say, I will vote for Donald Trump, we take it just like that. Did you vote for Donald Trump? How we supposed to know that you quoting a song? But just cool. Okay, cool. Let us know, though. Hey, when y'all get in there and say something, explain yourself. We don't know no damn Haitians. Black Americans ain't got no relationship with Haitians. I got friends. I got friends. I got friends in Florida that in Miami, Florida. They don't got no relationship with no Haitians. None. Haitians don't mess with us. Oh, you the troll. Yeah, you the troll. Yeah. You the troll. I blocked you before. I don't listen to you. Why would I listen to you? You're a troll. You don't even got a life. We don't got no relationship with Haitians. Never had one. We never had a relationship with Haitians. You name any black culture, any type of black movement from 1990 on through, no Haitians. Whether it's the big reggae events, no Haitians. African Liberation Day, no Haitians. Kwanzaa, any type of celebration with black people, there were no Haitians. That's a fact. Haitians have been absent from the diaspora or any support with the diaspora. That's a fact. We've had no communication with the Haitians until Trump gonna throw them out. That's the only time they've been in our DMs or in our comments. That's a fact. The Haitians isolated themselves. Now, if I'm lying, because that dude don't know what he talking about. I know I'm talking about. The Haitians is a no-show. Just like the Ethiopians. The Ethiopians are no-show too. Yeah, we need to work hard. While they sitting here getting living off tax, don't pay no taxes and scamming. I ain't listening to no African don't pay no taxes. You ain't working hard. You don't pay no taxes. You don't even got to make that much money because you get to keep it all. People that pay taxes got to make way more money, and then when we make way more money, they take the overtime money. They don't even benefit us to work no overtime. So I ain't gonna listen to nobody that's over here don't pay no taxes. That law should have changed. You should not be able. I don't give a damn who you is. You should not be able to live over here and don't pay no taxes. You want to come to America, you got to pay tax like everybody else. You can't come over here from no foreign country and don't pay no taxes. That's stupid anyway. I don't know who made that up. That's stupid. That's absolutely stupid. Everybody got to pay taxes. Because if you don't pay no taxes, that means we paying for the roads. We paying for the roads you drive on. We paying for we paying for everything you got. That's what that means. That's what that means. We paying for everything you get. That's what that means. And so now when you get in trouble, I mean, what, you a fair weather friend or something? Like what? I don't know you. We don't have no. Listen, somebody said, I say, I don't know him. You ever seen Haitians speak up for anything that happened to Foundation of Black Americans? Man, when something happened to us, you don't see none of these black people from nowhere in the diaspora say a damn thing. I'm talking about they don't say nothing. I ain't crazy. When we have serious problems over here, you don't see no other black people say nothing. And I mean zero. None of them. We be on our own. They act like they don't see it. You don't see no people from the Caribbean or Africa or nobody speak on our problems and our plight. They don't say nothing. That's a fact. And one thing about it, if it hit the internet, Pharaoh gonna see it. Now I got young people acting like I don't see it, but a lot of you young people, I know more what's going on than you. Yeah, some of you young people don't know what's going on. Y'all don't be knowing. You don't be knowing what's going on. Somebody tell me what's on the internet. Well, you can't tell me nothing what's on the internet. I am a master of the internet. I see it all. And that's a fact. All you got to do is follow people that see it all, and they're going to post it all. And you're going to see it. It ain't that hard. There's people that follow everything, and all you got to do is follow them or subscribe to them. That's all you got to do. And you're going to see everything that moves. I tell you, we got people out here, there's people in there that see everything. And all you got to do is follow them. And you ain't going to miss nothing. I'm telling you. Especially some of these young sisters and brothers, they ain't missing nothing. I mean, they better than CNN. I ain't gonna lie. And I mean, they get it hot off the presses. I mean, as soon as it hit the media, they reposting it. It's amazing. I ain't gonna lie. I be amazed. I'm talking about as soon as it get posted, they reposting it. It's amazing. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these people on this internet, they are amazing. Some of these brothers, as soon as the story hit, they got a live on it within 5 minutes. Hey, FBA, they have a live on it in 5 minutes. It's like that's what they just, because they trying to get views. And I'm talking about, hey, it's brothers that from the morning till 12 o'clock at night, they done posted 10 to 20 videos. I ain't kidding. How many videos Poetic Flacco post from 7 in the morning to 12 at night? I ain't never counted them. A lot. A lot. I'm talking about a lot. I said, dang, he don't sleep or nothing. It be tripped out. I unfollow him, so I ain't gonna know what's going on because, he tripping. So I had to kick him to the curb. But it's cool because I only get 1 or 2 good stories and the rest of it is just filler. This is the end for him. And then as you go watch it, it ain't the end for nobody. And so now we're looking at this is the day where the Haitians' time has ran out. And they're in a lot of trouble because the Trump administration is using new methods. They just recently threw 5,000, they recently grabbed 5,000 people. They grabbing thousands quick. No, I think 10,000. I think they grabbed 10,000 people, 2,000 every hour. Or something like that, every hour or every day. Yeah, I think every day, like 5 days, 10,000 people. They ain't playing. But what the illegal immigrants don't understand is the money tight. The money tight. The money tight. They're not letting you eat. And you out of here. Because yesterday's price is not today's price. The money tight, you out of here. You gotta go. They throwing you out. By the time September 1st get here, man, listen. If they can't send you back to your country, they sending you to these other countries that hold your ass. And putting you in detention centers here or send you to these foreign countries. They done made contracts with these foreign countries. If your country, like a lot of y'all Haitians, y'all ain't going back to Haitian, y'all going to one of these camps in Kenya or somewhere. Oh yeah. They paying countries to keep you over there. And so I'm talking about this because there's all this talk about us and we against the Asians and we should be supporting the Asians. Like, why would we support somebody that never supported us? Never. Never. We be having the police unalive us in the street. We be having all kind of big protests with babies getting unalive. We don't be seeing nobody. The only people that be at our protests be white people. None but white people. Jamaican scam. Now Jamaicans been kicked out, Tanya. They've been kicking Jamaicans out since the 90s. It ain't no lot of Jamaicans here no more. It ain't no lot of Jamaicans here no more. You kind of young. If you was been here and seen how many Jamaicans was here in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, and seen how many Jamaicans was here by 2010, they done threw the Jamaicans out. I can go on my phone right now and call Jamaicans in Jamaica. They done deported them left and right and left. The Jamaican community in Chicago is like this. They used to be like that. They throwing they been through Jamaicans out. That's why you don't see them throwing them out no more, Tanya. They did already do it. Hey, Tanya. The reason, hey, Tanya, the reason you don't see them throwing them out, because they done been thrown about. They hardly, it ain't hardly too many more to throw out. I ain't lying. They throw them out. I mean, almost all my friends, they gone. They threw them out. It ain't no big Jamaican community in Chicago no more. They clean them out. They been through them out. Yeah, they been through them out. They ain't letting them come up here. They threw them out and they ain't giving them no visas to come back. You a Jamaican? What city you in? Because it might be in your city. It might seem like a lot. What city you in? Ah, yeah, but Wilmington is little as hell. So yeah, it's gonna seem like a lot in a little place like that. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Let me see. You say it's a lot there. Hell, y'all only got 70,000 people. Y'all only got 70,000 people. What you mean a lot? It ain't even a lot of people there. All right, okay. Y'all ain't even got no people. Y'all ain't got nothing but 70,000 people. What's a lot? Your lot must be a real little. Because you ain't even got a lot of people. How you got a lot of Jamaicans? Well, I'm telling you, y'all be tripping me out. Look, she says a lot of Jamaicans there. Look, it's 70,000 people there. It ain't even nobody there. Okay, that's crazy. But respect to you though, Queen. I respect to you though. Yeah, it's a lot to them. It's because it's a small place. I get it though. I get it. Yeah, well they be in Florida, like Miami and stuff like that. They there. But my Jamaican friends down there, they overran by Haitians. What's the other group in Florida? A whole bunch of like Middle Easterners and stuff. But Haitians, there's a lot of Haitians there. And some other groups. I would imagine it's a lot in New York. New York is big, so I would imagine there's some there in the entire county. I would imagine so. One thing about Jamaicans though, the Jamaicans they not bad boys. They're not doing all that crime, so that's why they ain't getting in no trouble. They going to work in jobs. They ain't doing all that foolishness and bad man and them used to do. They're not doing that no more. So yeah, it's not like they trying to throw illegals out, y'all. So they not trying to throw illegals out. They trying to throw the people that got temporary stay. Okay? So let's get that straight because I don't want people to think they not just running around throwing immigrants out. They throwing the Haitians that had temporary protective status out. You understand? They're not just throwing everybody out, right? Okay. Okay. 330,000 have temporary status, right? Watch this. See, there's one. Listen, look. Let's get this straight. They're not throwing immigrants out, okay? They're not throwing immigrants out, all right? Look, watch and learn. Protective status. 330,000 to 350,000. These are people that was bought here under the arrangement of temporary. People are blowing it out of proportion like they throwing out Haitians. They are not throwing out Haitians. These are people that had temporary protective status. All right? Now, let me show you the difference. Don't get it all mixed up. 350,000, but there's 1.2 million here. So they're not throwing out Haitians. They're not throwing out 1.2 million Haitians. They are throwing out the people that it was already agreed that they would get out. You can't sign, Tanya, you can't sign a form to say that you got temporary status and think that's going to be turned to permanent status. If the agreement is temporary, then the agreement is temporary. People are trying to make it like they unfairly throwing these people out. These people are on temporary status. And it's only 350,000. There's 1.2 million Haitians that ain't on temporary status. They're fine. They're going to try to switch it like they throwing out Haitians. That's false. These are people that came when they had a big storm down there. They trying to scam the system and keep getting free shit, freeloaders. Freeloaders here trying to get free stuff. That's the only reason. Because there's no reason you up here and you didn't make no arrangements. Nothing stopped you from getting citizenship. You just some bum scammers. Nothing stopping them from nothing stopped them. None of them tried to get no citizenship or nothing. They just sat up there and freeloaded off the system and thought, oh, when this run out, they'll renew it. Fool, it's a temporary. They gave you a date. They being nice because you passed the date. The date was the beginning of this year. They were supposed to throw your ass out. Just bums. Don't you know if they bought me up here temporary, don't you know I would have been applied for something so I could stay? I would have been took care of my business. And this ain't just Haitians. You got a lot of blacks like that. You got Black Americans like that. They get Section 8. Hey, check this out. On everything I love, that's the Queen name. Hey, Queen, Tanya, you got Black Americans like that, right? I swear on everything, they get Section 8. And Section 8 is temporary. Do you know, Tanya, Black Americans, a lot of them, they just lay on Section 8. They don't make no arrangement to do nothing else and get thrown out. It's the same thing, sweetheart. Section 8 is the same thing. They get Section 8, where they don't hardly have to pay no rent. They don't save a quarter. And they notice they Section 8 lasts from here to there. And they just lean on Section 8, baby girl, and get thrown out. I ain't lying. Ask somebody. Section 8 is the same way. Section 8 be temporary to help you get on your feet. This you. 1 year. You don't get on your feet. 2 years. 3 years. 4 years. 5 years. 7 years. 8 9. You don't never get on your feet. Then they throw you out. Oh, you going to throw me out? Boo! You were supposed to get on your feet. Okay, we give you temporary status. Hey, we're going to give you time to get your shit together. May I get temporary status? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, what I did that. Oh, you got to get out. Oh, why? Temporary, fool. Yeah, they pass it down to their daughters, grandbabies, all kind of stuff. Hide the men in the closet, hide his shoes. Yeah, they ride Section 8. They don't get off welfare. Some people don't get off welfare. They don't better themselves. Me, as soon as I see my stuff say temporary, hey, temporary mean temporary. Now I'm finna make a move. You're a fool for your stuff to say temporary and you let it run out. You be like, oh, it's only temporary. They'll let me stay. No, they will not let you stay, especially if the economy is struggling. People don't be thinking. Yesterday's price is not today's price. That deal, let me give you a perfect example. They got me on temporary status, right? I figure when time run out, they're going to put me back on there. In the meantime, They get to beefing with Iran, right? So now they spending trillions of dollars fighting Iran, right? Hey, I got to go. Because the money is going to the war. The money's going to the war. Why do you think Trump paused the war? Trump paused the war because they didn't have enough money to keep buying missiles. So they didn't have enough money to keep buying missiles. He parked them ships out there. I'm giving you game. And blocked the strait while he bought some more missiles. Now he got some more missiles and he blowing them back up. Tell me I'm lying. The pause, he tried to pretend that the pause was for negotiation. Y'all know the pause was because their missiles cost so much and they shot a whole bunch of missiles real quick and ran out. So when they ran out of missiles, they parked the warships there to block it. They got enough to shoot you out in the water while they restock missiles. And what they doing now? All of a sudden now they blowing up everything in Iran. You know why? Because they re-upped on the missiles. You know, they be playing. I've been around a lot of black women. And when I be around people, I say what they say. So the sisters keep saying they playing in our face. So that's sticking. Because that's what the queens say. They playing in our face. Even the old ass ladies say they playing in our face. The little girls saying it. My daughter's saying it. The older ladies saying it. All the black women say when they be tripping that they playing in our face. America, if you was expecting America to have some money so you can stay in Florida and a war break out, your ass shit out of luck. Boy, you got to go home. They don't got no money like that. As a matter of fact, somebody posted today, we might be getting ready to run out of food. Gas, how much is gas? It look like we got money? They're like, y'all got to go. But nothing. Things change. Things change. Things change. They finna throw a lot of people out. It's a lot of people in America. They got a surprise coming. They got a surprise. It's a lot of people telling you got a surprise. A lot of people getting out. A lot of people getting out of here in the next 2 years. Oh, yeah. A lot of people getting out of here. Plus, whites ain't having a lot of babies. They finna kick all you colored people out and they gonna bring in white people. Did they not bring in South African whites? And then they brought in the other whites. They brought in two groups of whites. They brought in Ukrainians and they brought in South African whites. They're gonna throw all these foreigners out and they're gonna bring in whites. They're gonna bring in whites. They're gonna bring in whites. And the black ones, they just out. You know, if you black immigrant, you came here and you ain't linked in with FBA, your ass stupid anyway. You dumb as hell. The black immigrants is dumb anyway. They dumb. The first thing they were supposed to do is hook the men up with our women and they women up with our men. And we were supposed to have some babies. We were supposed to grow the black race. All of them, the African men should have got with single foundational black American women, and the African women should have got with single foundational black men. And we should have had some babies and grow our race over here. But them goddamn foreigners, they fucked up. They fucked up. Yeah, black foreigners, they slow. They is. They coming over here still trying to act like they in their country. You know what I'm saying? They slow as hell. They slow. Black foreigners are slow. They just is. They don't know nothing about this white man. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to breed up. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have a foundation of black Americans' kids, and the men you know supposed to be giving our women babies. We're supposed to grow our group. See what I'm saying? See, white people, they grow in their group. They just white. We still Jamaican, Haitian. We still doing that dumb shit. See, white people, they not doing that. They just white. Them white Ukrainians just white. Them white South Africans over here, they just white. You can't be no Ukrainian no more. You can't be no none of that. You gotta be white. We the only dumb motherfuckers, black people, that still want to be all this separate shit. But we supposed to be just black. We ain't on that. That's why FBA, that's why we had to delineate, because the rest of the niggas is dumb. With all due disrespect. The rest of them niggas is dumb. They slow. They definitely slow. I don't know who Incubus and Skookabus is. That might be your relatives or something, but I don't know who that is. Yeah, they stupid. They just white. They is. We had to be FBA because the other niggas won't mess with us. So we had to break away from y'all. Y'all goofy as hell. We love y'all, but y'all dumb as hell. Yeah, brothers out here, boy, we trying to get white wives and sisters trying to get white husbands. Cause you other niggas, y'all slow. We can't have no babies with y'all. Y'all slow as hell. Y'all slow. Come on, man. You supposed to come up here and breed up. You know what I'm saying? That's what you supposed to do. You're supposed to come up here from Africa, wherever, Caribbean, whatever. You're supposed to breed up. You're supposed to go to the Black American church, and you're supposed to isolate yourself from white supremacy. That's what you're supposed to do. Build up the army. They can't come get you because you just had my baby. You're American. We married. You just had my baby. Not to mention, you help the bloodline get strong, because when you have sex from a distance to make the bloodline strong, when you keep having sex close, you start having retarded babies, waterhead babies, and something wrong with them because you're almost with your sister and your brother. The black immigrants slow. They supposed to come up and we supposed to be mixing like crazy. Imagine if black foundational black Americans and Caribbeans and Africans was over here having babies. What kind of finances will we have? Foundational black Americans are already worth 2.1 billion or trillion. I think we 2.1 trillion. Yeah, 2.1 trillion. So imagine if we was mixing with the other blacks, how much money would we have? If we was mixing with all the blacks, man, we have about 5.1 trillion. And ICE couldn't do nothing. Nah, we ain't mixing like that. That ain't no mixing. I'm in Chicago. We knocking back black American women. We ain't knocking back them foreign ladies like that. They ain't in black foreigners, they ain't in our culture. They strangers. They ain't in our culture. Africans ain't in our culture. We don't got no relationship with Africans. And we don't have no relationship with Caribbeans. Only place we got their relationship is like down in Florida, and relationship one-sided where they sleeping with our women. You know, the Africans will sleep with our women and hide theirs. They ain't want to talk about no snake shit. Where you come here and you say we mixing, but the mixing is one way. This is black immigrant men. Black immigrant men, they come here and sleep with our women. They don't bring no pussy with them, though. I know you coming over here trying to get some pussy, but why you ain't bring no pussy with you? I'm just saying. Where y'all hoes at? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't bring no hoes with y'all? Mind your business, punk. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. Don't worry about me. Go watch somebody else. Your head wrapped too tight. Boy, shut up over here. Talking about why I'm lusting. Don't worry about me. Stop rubbing on that dog you got over there. Yeah, but I'm just talking about in terms of growing the race and building your army and protecting yourself. So I'm not talking in terms of lusting. I'm saying that we could protect black immigrants by breeding them into the family and making them officially Americans. Once you have my baby and marry me, you American. They can't touch you. They can't touch you. I know I'm talking over people's heads. The Africans ain't doing that. The Africans, all them Africans, they're going to South Africa. The South Africans want them to get out. But if they would have went to South Africa and brought women and had the South African men breed with the Ghanaian women and the Ghanaian men breed with the South African women, let me tell you something. In ancient times, my tribe here, your tribe there, we beefing a little bit. The chiefs used to meet. And when the chiefs would meet, the chief over there would give me his daughter or niece, and I would give him mine. And the chief over there would breed with my niece or daughter, and I would breed with his daughter. So now, technically, in our tradition, now we family. So it changed the whole way everybody in both kingdoms have to act. Because that's how serious we took bloodline. So what we would do is mix the bloodline to stop the beef. Now the king got a baby by one of my daughters, and I got a baby by one of his. So now we family. And so that would unite the tribes. That's why if I got a wife already, that's why we got 2 or 3 wives. Not because for sexual reasons, because I got a wife, but I'm beefing with this king, so he give me his daughter, so she my wife too. But this is nation unified. With her, I can't reject him. That's an insult. So when he give me his daughter, I get her pregnant. I give him a woman. He get her pregnant. Now we are one. Well, that's on this side of the kingdom. If I got somebody on this side of the kingdom, that's how I end up with 3 wives. Cause now he give me a daughter. I give him a daughter. Now we family and we family. And this is why we would have so many wives, because there was an offering for unity to unify the bloodlines. Have my son marry your daughter. Now we can't fight based under traditional African laws. We can't fight no more. We not 2 different villages no more. We family now. This is what Foundation of Black Americans should be doing. We definitely need to have more babies. It's a reason they pushing abortion in our community and LGBTQ heavy in our community. They pushing that for a reason. They ain't pushing that in their community. They shun that. They look down on that. They got us accepting that to cut our population because we was breeding too much in the 50s. In the 50s and the 60s, we was having too many babies. What did they call us? Boomers. We had to boom. That's where we got the power from. Without the boom and the baby boomers, foundation of Black Americans, you wouldn't be as powerful as you is now. Now you're on some weirdo stuff, talking about you don't want to have no babies and stuff. You taking us back into slavery, back into captivity, back when you're outnumbered. Because who in their right mind don't want to have a big ass army? So the young black man now, he don't look at children as an army. He don't look at military. He willing to have small numbers and think he not going to get conquered if he don't got enough men to pick up them rifles. Just dumb. How you going to survive if you ain't got no babies? That make some damn sense. How you going to survive if you ain't got no babies? I'm just saying. You make yourself an easy target to be conquered. You ain't got no manpower. And the Europeans in this country, they seen their babies was going down. Right? So they bought over South Africans and Ukrainians, and they're going to bring over some more. They're going to bring over a bunch of white people. That's what they're going to do. They're going to bring over a bunch of white people so they keep their numbers up so they can dominate us. Because we got so much money like this, they know if we keep going, we're going to have too much money and too much manpower. Listen, when they lock you up in prison, let's say they give you 15 years, what's your real charge? Your real charge is 15 years, no babies, no sex. Just let it sink in. What is your punishment? What's the ultimate punishment when you go to prison? No woman. Think about it. Think about it. When they lock all these black men up, what's that doing to our population? It's stopping the growth. That's what it's doing. It's stopping the growth. Think about it. And the only reason it's hard to take care of children because you ain't got no babies. The more babies you got, the easier it is to take care of the children. That's a fact. Less babies, harder. More babies, easier. They say, what you mean by that? The more babies, that's the more young girls grow up. That's the more babysitters. That's more babysitters. Why, when I was born, the boomers, our parents didn't have nobody watching babies because it was teenagers everywhere. Peggy would come over and watch them. Charlene would come over and watch them. There was 18 and 19-year-olds everywhere. They watched the baby. You don't got no babies. You ain't got no babysitters. A lot of people don't understand the older women was the babysitters, the older girls. Young pre-college age, they was the babysitters. When you don't got them, yeah, it's hard. Yes. Listen, the more daughters your grandmama have, the more women it is to help your mama with the baby. Because her sisters can help her. Tell me I'm lying. Who watched me and my sister? My mama's youngest sister, Niecy. Niecy watched us. Oh, my mama's younger sister. My mama watched her baby, and she watched my mama's baby. That's a fact. My mother's youngest sister watched me and my sister, and my mama watched her youngest sister's son. They work shifts to make it possible to raise the kids. The only reason you having a hard time raising kids because you ain't got no damn babies. That's the only reason. That's a fact. My mama didn't have to take my sister to school because I took her. I was driving. That took pressure off of them. She a year younger than me. I drive her to school. I drive her home. I drop her off. I pick her up. She can leave us at home because I'm the older one. She don't need no babysitter. It's me and my sister. I'm older. What? The reason children is so hard now, y'all ain't having no babies. Y'all ain't having no babies. You ain't got no babies. Listen, ladies, the less babies the generation before you have, guess what that means? That means the less men for you to find a man. Am I lying? If the generation before you have a lot of boys, does that not benefit you when you're looking for a man? But now, if the generation before you don't have that lot of boys, you can't find no man because it ain't there. These is fact. That's why women is lonely now because ain't nobody been having no boys. Not like they supposed to. Y'all ain't having no boys and girls like that. Look, let me give you some game. My grandfather, my father's father, my daddy was the youngest of 13. Because my grandfather had 13 kids, he had a big farm, lots of food and everything. The man that lived next door had 2 kids. He was starving. My granddaddy had to loan out my uncles because the man was starving. The men that had lots of babies had big farms, plenty food, everything. The man that didn't have no babies was starving. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. No babies mean poverty. They got you thinking lots of babies equal poverty. That's wrong. That's a lie. That's a straight up lie. I'm giving y'all a game. You don't gotta listen. The less babies y'all have, y'all gonna be starving. Y'all gonna be starving. That's a fact. Y'all gonna be starving. It's straight from my daddy, born in Alabama in 1931. He told me the man next door that only had one son was starving. Nothing could get done, and my granddaddy used to loan out my uncles to him. My granddaddy had to loan the man my uncles because he didn't have nobody to work the farm. That's a fact. He didn't have nobody to work the farm. He was starving. This is my daddy and his family right there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 3 more that ain't in the picture. My daddy, the youngest of 13, he the one at the top in the middle. My granddaddy had so many babies. You see the one at the bottom with the light suit? He was so much older than my daddy that he was my daddy's principal, and the woman next to him was my daddy's teacher when he was a little boy. My uncle Richard was the principal at my daddy's school, and my auntie was my daddy's teacher. And they lived real well. Do they look poor? And three of them ain't in the picture. I think one had passed away in the military, got malaria or something. And I think the other two was probably in the military. They wasn't there for the picture. But it was my daddy's youngest of 13. And my daddy taught me that. He said, prosperity back then came with kids. If you don't have no kids, you ain't got no help. That's what he said. You got to have kids to be prosperous. I'm just teaching y'all what somebody told me. You don't got to listen. You can't say I didn't tell you. And so back to what we was talking about, the Haitians, they slow. Because they never mixed in with no other blacks. Never. They never mixed up with no other blacks. They slow. They out there by themselves. Same thing happened to the Jamaicans. The Jamaicans stayed kind of separate. And in the 80s, they grabbed all the Jamaicans and deported them. They went through Chicago and they snatched them all, deported them. Straight up. Knock their numbers back down. Their numbers going to go up. They're going to go grab them again and throw them out. They're going to grab them again and throw them out. Yeah, they're going to throw them out. Because they don't come and work themselves into the country right. They be out there on an island. You got to understand, when it comes to black people on this planet, there's only one group that's experts on Europeans, and that's Foundation of Black America. The rest of the blacks, they slow. They don't know nothing about the man. Yeah, the rest of the groups, they don't know the white man like us. We are the number one experts of black people with the white man. That's a fact. Out of all the blacks on the planet, nobody know them like us. Nobody. The Africans are going to get decimated. They so slow. The biggest thing in Africa now is to get the hell out of Africa. They fleeing Africa, 90 going north. They do not want to be in Africa. They all over Europe. They all over everywhere. They even going from country to country in Africa. And they have to send them out. They had to kick them out. They had to kick the black immigrants out of South Africa. They had to send them back to Ghana and Nigeria and Ethiopia and everywhere. Because they down there ruining South Africa right now. Right now, they ruining South Africa. The South Africans say, y'all got to get out. All over Africa, Africans is kicking out Africans. Look it up. Because they got to flee their country and they go in other countries. Other countries say, we can't feed you. We can't take care of you. You can't come here and eat. We don't know where you're going to go, but you can't go here. They all up in Denmark. They all up there. And then white people going to throw them out. They're going to throw them out. They're going to throw them out of Europe. And they're going to throw them out the United States. They're going to throw them out. They don't know. They think they don't know. They don't know who they playing with. They don't know. They don't know this. They don't know the United States. The United States, they have a plan, right? The United States have a plan. They say we want to do something. So what they'll do is they'll let that president get down, put a new president there. He'll do it. That's how they run it. They'll elect somebody else. He'll come and say, "Oh, I'm president. I'm doing this." Bop, 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 bop. Just like that. That's how they do it. They elect a new president and let him do the dirty work. What y'all think gonna happen when Trump is done and JD Vance take over? You think it's gonna be sweet? Oh no, JD Vance getting there. He's like, okay, it's a new sheriff in town. We're doing this, 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 this. You get out, you get out, you get out, you get out. Just like that. Because JD Vance definitely gonna be the next president. Because the Democrats are stupid. The Democrats ain't gonna get no votes. Because the Democrats don't respect black Americans. And black Americans ain't gonna even go vote at all. Black Americans ain't gonna go vote for no Democrats. They ain't gonna vote at all. Or they gonna vote Republican. The black South Africans have been removed from their land, but they bringing all the white South Africans over here, Alley Cat. They're bringing the white South Africans over here. Yeah, they're bringing the white South Africans here. Look, let's take a break and look at this. Read this while we take a break and tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. When they do that, they kill two birds with one stone. What I mean by that, if they get rid of the other blacks, while they slow, they can't link up with us because they worried about that, but the other blacks are stupid. So they're going to throw all the black immigrants out. They slow as hell. So that's just going to leave us here. So now when they throw the other blacks out and bring in whites, that's going to increase the white number. So now that hurts us. That makes our percentage lower. So if we this percentage and the whites is that percentage, if they throw out the other blacks and bring in more whites, now that's them, that's us. So they kill two birds with one stone. They throw y'all asses out, and then they bring in more whites to put in your spot so that the whites really outnumber us a lot. Real simple. They ain't got to throw us out. All they got to do is throw out all the black immigrants and bring in whites to replace them. And now that mess us up. Because instead of the black immigrants locking with us, so our numbers go out, they some suckers. They some suckers. They been some suckers. They don't throw them out. And then they're going to replace them with whites, and that's going to hurt us. Whereas if the black immigrants would have mixed with us, they would have went somewhere. But they some suckers. They've been some suckers. I love all you blacks, but I'm going to tell the truth. Black immigrants is suckers. They not revolutionary minded, and they don't have no global unified man. Because it ain't no way in the world that anybody's supposed to be able to control them Africans with all them blacks. But they a whole bunch of different stuff. They suckers. They this tribe, that tribe, this tribe, that tribe. So they just divide and conquer their goofy asses. Africans is dumb as hell. Africans is dumb. All them Africans and they different stuff. So all they doing is fighting between each other. They get them in different religions and different tribes. Boom, mix them up. They convert some of them to Islam, and then they let Arabs come in and tell them what to do. And then the Arabs send them off, like in Somalia, Sudan, the Arabs send them off to unalive their own people. The Sahel over Nigeria, who you think keep attacking Nigeria? Blacks that's being brainwashed by Arab Islamics. Sending blacks down there to destroy their own stuff. As soon as they destroy stuff, they say thank you and get rid of them, and then it just be all Arabs and Persians and stuff. They'll get rid of the sucker Africans that fought the other Africans. I'm telling you. They slow as hell. When we went through slavery over here, we learned more than all of them. And the reason we learned more is because they enslaved them from a distance. So in Africa, they had a black puppet enslaved them. The difference was us, we was directly under whites. When you're enslaved from a distance, from a black puppet, you ain't gonna learn nothing about whites. So the Africans is being controlled by Africans for the Europeans. We was controlled directly by the people running the country. So we know more of the game. Like look in Jamaica now. Who control them? Blacks. But who control them blacks? The British, the Spanish. If you go to Jamaica, all them prime ministers, all them people, they are all black. But they not calling the shots. The British and them calling the shots on them. So they never get to deal directly with who telling them what to do. They're being controlled from a distance by black puppets. That's why we unique. We the only ones directly controlled by the Europeans. Ain't no middleman. We directly controlled by Donald Trump. Facts. We don't got no black puppet. We don't got that. Not in no high position like that. Hell no. We don't got that. Our governors and presidents be white. We don't got no black governors like that. Name 5 black governors in the U.S. The governor of Illinois is a white dude. J.B. Pritzker run Illinois. That mayor don't run nothing. J.B. run this. J.B., J.D. Vance, and Trump run this. So the Haitians, they ain't got a chance in hell. They just don't. They ain't got no chance. Pan-Africanism was highly popular in the U.S. during the 1980s, primarily manifested through cultural Afrocentric movement and the mass anti-apartheid movement. This era saw Black Americans actively engaging with African heritage and leading massive political efforts against white minority rule in South Africa. We was at the forefront of all of that. We was hiring the Jamaicans to play the music, but they wasn't running shit. They was just a band. All that Kwanzaa and all that Pan-African Fest and African Liberation Day, that was all foundational Black Americans running all that. No Africans. Imagine having a African Liberation Day and ain't no damn not an African nowhere. Not an African nowhere. It's all foundational Black Americans. Facts. Controlling all the events in the United States. The only reason reggae was even in the Black community because foundational Black Americans hired them. Once we didn't hire them, all them rosters only perform for white people. They only perform for Black people when we put the money up and hire them. They had no Black independence on their own. None. That's why the rosters in the reggae groups, they had two sets. They had the one set that they would do when the whites hire them. One love, everybody get together and love, love it, love it, love it. And then when we pay them, it's a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? I used to see my friends in LA playing reggae, playing them weak songs. And then I come to visit my parents in Chicago and go to Wild Harum, see them in Chicago. It's a Black audience. They stand up, black, this black, 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 stand up, black, 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 black. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, I used to just be looking at them. I said, when I get back to LA, you're going to be talking about, we love everybody. Love everybody. Everybody. All we do is love. So they come to Chicago, a Black audience. Oh, man. Down, presser man, where you gonna run to? They get to LA. I get back in Cali. They one love, one heart. Let's get together and feel right. And listen, they even misused that song because One Love was a song telling the Black rosters to unite. If you heard One Love, the way they sung it, you thought they were saying for Black and white and Hispanics to get along. No, that's not what that song was written for the Nyabingi, 12 Tribe, Bobo Shanti, because they was beefing. And when when Bob Marley wrote One Love, he was talking to Black rosters. Let's get together and fight this Armageddon. He was talking to Black rosters that was in different groups, different sects of Rasta, different houses of Rastafari. That song was for them to come together. And Israel Vibration wrote, we all gonna sing the same song, whoa, 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 because the Rastas used to be beefing. They took One Love and made it like it was about some racial unity. With that, and everybody thought that's what the song meant, and the song never meant that. The song didn't have nothing to do with black and white. The songs had something to do with the different houses of Rastafari beefing. That song and We All Gonna Sing the Same Song by Israel Vibration. Those two songs was directed to Rastas. Had nothing to do with race. Them damn Jamaicans took it and made it to sing for something else. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. That was a song for Black Rastas was beefing. They was hitting each other with sticks and stuff. They was raiding each other's camps, hating on each other. So-called pro-Black Rastas was beefing. Ask somebody. They'll tell you. The bridges say they be up there in their hammocks and the other Rasta camp come and you get hit with a big stick. Boom. They beat them up, snatch their food, snatch their goods, and run back to their camp. That was those songs. Those songs was for black. Them songs had nothing to do with no unity with no other races. Those songs was Rastas was beefing. Rastas, the one talking all that black unity. Make it make some sense. Make it make some sense. So that's why Foundation of Black America, that's why we act like that. That's why, like, we on our own. Like, none of these people really liked us. I'm going to tell you. They tolerated us a little bit. But when black immigrants came here, they hated us. They was jealous of us. They never showed us no love. And I'm 68. I'm going to be 69 in February. I ain't making nothing up. There was a little love there, but it was kind of fake. I give you an example. I'm a foundation of Black American. I hung out with some Rosses that was some Trinidadians. I hung out with some Rosses that was Jamaicans. One day with the Trinidadians, I'm thinking this black unity is real. So I tell the Trinidadians, let's go down to the Wild Hair, because I wanted to put the black Trinidadians and me as the foundation of Black America and the black Rasta Jamaican, they was talking all this black unity, so I believed it. Right? So I'm excited, right? Because I'm a black revolutionary. I'm with these Trinidadians that's talking like they black revolutionaries. We finna go down with these Jamaican Rastas that's talking about they black revolutionaries, so I'm hyped. We get down to the club. Me and my brethren, we both foundational Black Americans. We with the Trinidadians. We walk past the Jamaicans and we go up against the wall. All of them Rastas talking black unity. I walk over to talk to the Jamaican Rastas because I played in their band. The band was called Nyakoma. So when I went over to the black Rastas, Jamaican Rastas, they say, Ramesses, what you doing with them old Trini boy then? That's what they said about the Trinidadian Rastas. They asked me what I was doing with the Trini boys. But in their song, they singing all this unity shit. This is a band. I play with them. All our songs is black unity songs. I'm a Rasta, they Rasta, the Trinidadians is Rastas. They asked me what the hell I'm doing with the Trinidadians. I was young. Right then, that tore my whole chest out. I never was the same after that. I still kind of stayed with the movement a little bit, but from that, because the first thing I'm thinking, both of y'all from the Caribbean, y'all close. If you secretly don't like these other brothers from the Caribbean, nigga, I know you don't really like me. But you ain't gonna slip and let me know you don't like me. Because we in Chicago. So you got to like me, motherfucker. You gotta like me. Because y'all down on 63rd Street, y'all on 79th Street. So you know you can't play with me. Because ain't none of my friends Rastas. My friends I grew up with since kindergarten. I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And that right there, that's black people's problem. That's our problem right there. Right there. That's it in a nutshell. That's the reason we can't go nowhere. And that's an absolute fact. That is our problem in a nutshell. So when they want to know why foundational black Americans and why I'm pushing for us to do our thing, man, we can't wait on them. We can't wait on them other blacks. We can't wait on them. We just can't. I'm gonna tell y'all, we can't have no faith in them. They way behind. Way, way, way behind. They way behind. I ain't lying. We got no chance waiting on them. No chance at all. I kid you not. I need to post a picture so I could show them. They didn't have no shame in doing that goofy shit, so I ain't gonna have no shame in showing who they are. But I do got a picture of one of the Trinidadian brethren, good brethren too. He went down there in good faith. This brother Ja Roots. Ja Roots, one of the Trinidadians I went in there with. And the Jamaicans rosters asked me what I'm doing with them Trini boys. I said, what the hell? Oh, and this the oldest brother from the family that asked me that. He ain't the one that asked me, but his little brothers did. That's the eldest from the Jamaican. He had just cut his dreads and they was growing again because he had got hit in the head with a rock and he had to get stitches. So he didn't like the fact that a razor came in his head, so he started over. This the one from the Jamaican family, and this is one of them from the Trinidadian family. And one of the dudes from this family asked me, what was I doing with them? Now let that sink in. And I'm young. So now this thing crushed my whole Pan African heart. It's smashed. Because this me here, I was young. That smashed. I played it off. I stayed still moving in it. But you know how that go. Once, you know what I'm saying? Once that happened, even though I stayed moving in the same direction, you know, that's in your mind now. So by the time I get to LA, I've seen it more and more and more. When I get to LA, I was around some brothers from the Virgin Islands. And the Jamaican Rosses didn't like the Virgin Island brethren. Facts. So that's why I say, oh, all this shit is fake. All this is fake. I ain't lying. Y'all don't put no energy into that Pan African bullshit. Because that's exactly what it is. It ain't real. It ain't real. We need to focus on ourselves. This the Virgin Island brethren. There I go right there. Go to fire in the roots and day. Rest in peace and go to fire. I'm a foundational black American and this was my young student right here, all the way on the right with his hands like that. He was a Crip from Long Beach. No, from Pasadena, I think. He was lived up in Pasadena. I was bringing him into black consciousness. All the other ones was from the Virgin Islands. The Jamaicans in LA didn't like them. The Jamaican Rastas didn't like the Virgin Island Rastas. I'm seeing all this crazy shit. Now, they don't like me either, but they from the Virgin Islands. I'm from the U.S., so it wouldn't be healthy not to like me. because I be with the Crips and the Bloods, because I'm foundational Black American. So I was always in the foundational Black American mix. I never dumped regular Black people for rosters. I still function with foundational Black Americans. So I was looked at in high regard because I was the regular foundational Black Americans. They was like, we got our own roster. That's how they looked at me. We got our own roster. We don't need no Jamaican roster, no Trinidad roster, Pharaoh roster like that. Ramesses, they call me out there by my middle name. So I was in the hood. That's how I had Shorty with me. Shorty was from the hood. He a Crip. He was going conscious. The one all the way on the right. None of the groups liked each other. Can you believe that? I ain't lying. None of them. They ain't like each other. I ain't lying. You can't make this up. This is how bad Black people got it. This is the same thing going on now with FBA. That's why that led to foundational Black Americans separating themselves. We didn't have no choice. I'm showing you that Black unity shit was a dream. It was never, it wasn't gonna never happen, and it ain't happening. That's my point I'm making. So when people say, well, you was a roster, yeah, but the rosters wasn't rosters. So what you want me to do? I was a roster, but the rosters wasn't really standing on they teaching. So what you want me to do? I ain't had no choice. I didn't have no choice but to get back on foundational Black America business. I'm like, okay, this ain't it. They not practicing what they preach. They tribed up. They only dealing with their own little where they from. So let me deal with where I'm from. They don't need me dealing with this. This is fake. These brothers don't even like each other. They on this song talking all this unity, and they ain't even that. Now I'm young, so this is really devastating. I'm like, what? Because I'm young, I'm really believing this Black power, Black unity stuff. I thought it was real. I thought it was real. So I went and put, my own Black gang type roster situation together. I put the, Thug House roster, Rastafari House of Thug together. Ain't none of us from no island, and we ain't to play with. We at the club and we on dummy. This is where it turned to. You see the difference? I don't look irie, do I? Do I look irie? Do me and my guys, do we look irie? Nah, we not irie. We wish you would come in here playing. We went in the clubs and stuff looking for some Caribbean dude to play so we could do you dirty. Boy, you can't. Boy, you in Chicago. Boy, you in the rack. What somebody say about Tyreek? Hold on. Somebody said something about Tyreek? Hey man, leave Tyreek alone. Don't be disrespecting Tyreek. I'm gonna tell you in the door. You know what I'm saying? We riding out for dude. Listen, we riding out for Tyreek. I'm telling you in the door. I'm telling you in the door. We riding out for dude. I didn't see that, so I don't know where it's at. Somebody must have deleted it. Cause I would have went crazy. Now we riding out for dude, lead dude named out Jamal. I'm telling you straight up. He ain't even gotta go out. I'm going crazy. He only somebody get crazy with Tyreek, he ain't even have to say nothing. Cause we not doing that. Like, leave our people alone. You ain't gotta like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you in the door. And that's a fact. You don't like him, get out of here. Like block. Bye. No. Black immigrants ain't on shit. I don't give a fuck about how they feel. Black immigrants ain't on shit. They ain't showed us no love. They phony. They coming to America eating. They ain't breaking no bread. They just up here trying to eat. They've never shown no respect for foundational black Americans. None. Facts. That's a fact. None. They never showed no respect. I just showed you they ain't even like each other. No, they negative. And we can't depend on them to accomplish nothing. I'm going to tell you straight up. Black immigrants are slow and we'll never get nowhere with them. They are brothers and sisters, but they don't function like they are brothers and sisters at all. They really don't like us overall. That is a fact. They don't. I just showed you they don't even like each other. How the hell they gonna like us? How an African from Ghana gonna like us when a Ghanaian don't like a Nigerian? How a black person from the Virgin Island gonna like us, or a black person from Jamaica gonna like us when a black person from Jamaica don't like Trinidadians? Make it make some sense. How they gonna like us? They don't even like nobody. Facts. They don't like nobody. They don't even like each other. Africans hate each other. How they gonna like you when they hate a dude in the next country or had a dude in the same country from a different tribe? Come on, man. This fake stuff where you trying to show love to people that don't even like their own people close to them, man, that shit whack. Black immigrants ain't got their shit together. And they are brothers and sisters, but as the commander in chief, I got to call it how it is. I can't give you no slack because you black and you help destroying the community. Black immigrants is one of the biggest problems we got globally. Black Africans ain't on nothing. They don't like each other. They do not. So what make you think they're going to like you? This is just a fact. Don't you know if black from the Caribbean stuck together, white people wouldn't control reggae? Blacks don't control reggae. Blacks ain't throwing the reggae concerts. The Marley Boys is performing for Europeans that's throwing them concerts. Without Europeans, they ain't got no work. And they doing the majority of their shows in Europe in front of white audience. They ain't doing no shows in front of no black people. They ain't doing no shows in Africa and all that. They doing them shows up there in Belgium, Germany, England, France. That's where they performing at. Facts. They performing in Europe. And they not singing no black songs. They singing One Love, Irie, and it's a funky reggae party. They ain't even marrying no black women. But yeah, O'Shea, ain't that the same brother that do the hold on, let me see if this is O'Shea. I think this is O'Shea. Hold on. Cause he got a lot of different channels, don't he? Is that this brother right here? Is he also O'Shea? Is this King Gonda? This brother right here? Is that him? Yeah, that's him. That's my man though. Yeah, that's my man right there. That's my man. I watch everything he say. That's my man. That's my man right there. Yeah, that's my man. That's my man right there. Yeah, that's my man. I watch everything he say. I don't say, and look, I don't disturb him or nothing. And he be kicking it. Yeah, that's my man. That's my man right there. I watch everything he say. I learn a lot of stuff from him. That's my man. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. So when you go back over there, tell him he one of my favorites. I watch everything he say. And he be right and exact. He be putting me up on what's going on in Africa. This is how I keep up. See, I'm giving up my resources. This is how I know what's going on in Africa. He the one keep me up on Africa. That's my African. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I know some Nigerians came in the 90s. Their son and my daughter met middle school, got married at college, had to disown my daughter with the Nigerian disrespect. Damn. Damn. Yeah, that's my man right there. That he keep me up on everything what's going on. That's where I got that from. That's where I got that from. He the one told me they don't have to leave. I got that from him. I got that from him. He the one that showed me they don't have to leave because they work with the South Africans. That's where I got that from. That's where I got it from. I got that from him when I said that over here. This my eyeballs for Africa. This my main eyeballs. I used to watch Wado Mayo, but Wado Mayo, he be cooning too much. I had to diss him a few years ago. Yeah, I had to diss him. This is my eyes and ears in Africa. This is how I keep up with everything because he be all over Africa. Bro be all over Africa. I watched this one in the middle. I think he had been drinking. He was wild. Yeah, they kind of be tripping a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They be kind of tripping a little bit. We don't. Chicago is so gang infested and so rough. We don't really be getting no disrespect here. You know what I'm saying? Like black immigrants in Chicago, they be on their best behavior. So we don't really, we kind of a little rough. You know, like a black woman in Chicago will cuss their ass out. She going, you know what I'm saying? So like we don't really have problems with black immigrants in Chicago because Chicago's a little different. And then in Chicago, when you got a store, you in the hood. Chicago is like this area is GD. So if somebody come in your shop and you say the wrong thing, and they a relative or plug with the GDs, you out of business. So black immigrants in Chicago, they don't really play with us like that. We real rough. Because I know people think this is just an internet act. No, it's really like that here. It's really like that here. Yeah, any disrespect, it's a serious problem here. It's like serious. So everybody be on their best behavior. Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Africans, all of them, they be on their best behavior. If anything, they say just a little, cause this ain't it. This is FBA headquarters on everything I love. Yeah, you could play here. So we don't really. I don't have no personal complaints about black immigrants because they just don't do none of that shit here. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They be on their best behavior. I think we too violent and too. You know what I'm saying? There's too much gang culture here. Cause down there, everybody in Chicago is affiliated with a gang. Basically, it'd be hard to find somebody in Chicago ain't affiliated with a gang. If you cuss out an old lady, her grandson probably GD. You know what I'm saying? So, and she go home and tell her daughter you cussed out, and her daughter's son there, he'd be like, "Oh, GD, what did he say to you, grandma?" Like that. It go bad. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many gang members here that every family got some. We got families here where the lady got sons, and every son a different gang. One of them a Vice Lord, one of them a BD, the other one a Blackstone. Brothers. So this is not the place to play here in Chicago. We don't take no disrespect. We black as hell. We super duper 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 black. In the dough. Even if you an ignorant black person here, you super black. Like that's like an extra. You whatever else, you're a worker, you're a priest, you're a police officer, whatever, but you're super black. The police are super black. The black police, yeah. They some N-word police. They not like no police you seen before. Yeah, they with the bullshit. Like they, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. Like my cousin, the sheriff, say something crazy to him or me, and see what happens. It's different. It's different here. But yeah, I watch O'Shea. O'Shea to me is one of the best as far as letting us know what's going on in Africa. To me, he's one of the best. To me, he's one of the best in the game. This brother, right? His brother's one of the best. To me. I've been watching him for years. He always got a bunch of different channels. He's had a few different channels. I've been watching him for years. And he be going and, going to different countries, telling you what's going on. He be telling you what's going on with Africans all up in Europe and everything. Like he's super duper informative. And he really breaks it down. See, somebody that like me to talk a lot, we read a lot and we listen a lot. So when people see me talking, they come over, they underestimate how much I listen. So sometimes when you telling me I don't know what I'm talking about, you saying the brother don't know what he talking about because I got that from the brother. It was a photo of me. Are you kidding me? Wait a minute. What's the name of that video? That might be my man from. That's my man from. That's my man. That got to be my man from Instagram. Oh, you good? No, it ain't dangerous. How's dangerous? It's not dangerous, Rick. Dangerous how? Dangerous in what way? I haven't never heard him say nothing wrong. Give me an example of a generalization, Rick. Give me an example. Like, what's an example of the generalization that he be saying? Because I never heard him say nothing wrong. Like every time I listen to Tariq, he be 100% right and exact. I really find it amazing, extremely knowledgeable, and on top of what's really going on. I can understand how people would say he generalized, and them same people gonna say I generalize. But I gotta get an example to know what you're talking about. Because I ain't never seen him generalize. Sinful P, it was him imitating. What is on YouTube? What was it? A short? It's a short. Let's see. It probably. Oh, okay. I see it right here. That's probably not me. Let me see. That's probably not me. That's probably not me. Let me see. I don't see me. Hold on. I don't see me. Hold on. I see the foes right there. I'm not in none of those pictures though. Is it a group of foes? I'm not in that picture. That ain't me. The picture with the group of foes? I'm not in that picture. No, that ain't me. I was gonna say I know that ain't me. I don't got no pictures like that. Let me see. Where the foes was at? Okay, I see the foes right here. Hold on. That's not me. You mean right here? That picture right there? That's not me. Yeah, that's not me. The one sitting holding up the phone. No, that ain't me. No, that ain't me. I don't got no gang pictures. I don't got no gang pictures. I don't got no gang pictures. I do not let them take no pictures of me. I get teased for that. They gonna take a picture. Oh, let me get out. I ain't taking. I ain't taking no gang picture. You good? I don't take no gang pictures. I don't take no gang pictures. Never. Because that's a Rico. That's a Rico. Right there. That's a Rico. That's self snitching. You know what I'm saying? I don't take no gang pictures. And when I'm around the gang, I do not throw up no photos. Because police might be watching or anything. I do not be throwing that up. I do not take no. It's the reason I ain't been to prison. Or I don't take no gang pictures. Mm-mm. I don't take no gang pictures. Mm-mm. If you young out there and you listen to me, don't you take no gang pictures. They're gonna show it in court. You catching a RICO. You proof, you proving that you it's organized crime. You don't take no gang pictures. You don't take no pictures with no illicit substances. You don't take no pictures with no lot of money. You could take a picture with a gun, like you just a gun owner, but you can't take no picture with no gun and throw up no gang signs. I mean, people be doing shit to Tyreek like they do to me, and he just be dissing them and telling jokes and stuff like that. You know, people be trolling and trying to ruin the conversation. Yeah, to the young brothers watching me, man, listen, stay away from the gang like that. You go into prison. You go into prison hanging out with the gang. Everybody know when I go around the guys, don't pull no phone out. Don't pull no phone out. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't taking no pictures. I ain't throwing up no gang sign. And I ain't taking no pictures with the guys. Technically, I only meet with one person. That's how I stay out of prison. I only meet with one person. I don't want to see no two, three, four of y'all. That's how I stay out. I don't even want to see no two, three, four of y'all. I don't go to the picnic. I don't go to the picnic. When the folks had a picnic, I don't go to that shit. I might as well go to turn myself into prison. Hell no. And hustlers. I don't take no pictures with no hustlers. I don't take no pictures with no hustlers. And when I used to pick up my pack, you got to come by yourself. If you're bringing me some work and I pull up and I see somebody in the car with you, I just keep driving like I didn't see you. I don't go to funerals because I'm a roster too, and we don't go around dead bodies. I wouldn't even have went to my funeral, my parents' funeral, but they got cremated. Wasn't no body. We don't go around bodies. We don't go around bodies. Read Numbers chapter 6. I don't go around no dead bodies. I'm complicated. I'm a roster. I'm comedic. I'm a four corner hustler. I'm a lot of shit. Sometimes people say, why you all that? I'll be like, why the fuck you talking to me? Kind of like that. Who you, my mama? You know what I'm saying? Don't question me, boy. Go question your kids. Don't worry about wow, whatever, whatever. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about that. It's complicated. I don't go to no funerals. I don't go around dead bodies. I don't go around dead bodies. I don't be talking about dead bodies. None of like that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my mother and father passed away. They was cremated, so it wasn't nothing there but an urn. Other than that, I would have stayed outside. I wouldn't have went in there. And what's crazy is that's Rasta, but that's also my father. That's what's crazy. When I was a little boy, my father told me, he said, let me tell you something. When one of your family members pass away, do not go look at that body. That's my daddy taught me. He said, because when you look at that body, that's how you're going to remember them for the rest of your life. But if you don't look at that body, you're going to remember them alive. You're going to remember them walking around. My daddy taught me that. My daddy said he never went and looked at his mom and his daddy. And he told me, son, do never go look at your loved one's body because that's how you're going to remember them. And you want to remember them alive. My daddy was deep. He was just from Alabama. He didn't get to do like I'm doing. He could have did like how I'm doing if he would have been in modern time. That's how deep he was. Imagine that. My daddy told me that like when I'm like 7, 8 years old. He told me never look at a dead body of your relative. He said he never seen his mother or his father in the casket, and he remembered good things. He remembered them up, talking and stuff like that. That's what my daddy taught me. He told me. He said remember his parents alive because he never looked on their bodies. He told me that as a little boy. My mother used to always trip on my daddy because my daddy would tell you stuff that you're supposed to tell a grand person. You're supposed to tell an older person. But my daddy tell you as a kid. And my mom be like, Randolph, that boy don't know what you're talking about. My dad said, yes, he do. He know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? He would say, that boy's smart. That's what he would say. No matter what he tell us, my mama would want to know why he telling us that. My daddy like, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, I made a mistake. This is my daddy. I was a little boy. I probably was in second or third grade. I was probably in third grade. I said, Daddy, where babies come from? He said, go up there and get that book right there, that white book. They had a shelf with books, encyclopedias, everything. He said, get that thick white book. So he had a thick white book, and it was a medical something. And he opened it, and it's got the clear page. He turned to a page. He said, come here. And it was a bunch of clear pages. It was a pregnant woman. I'm like in the third grade. All the other kids believe in the story. I didn't mess around, ask my daddy where a baby come from. Boy, don't ask Randolph nothing. So he told me, get the book. So he get the book, and he opened up the book. I'm like in the third grade. He said, see this a woman. Now see, this her thing. Then you put your little wee-wee up in there. And when you put your little wee-wee up in there, some stuff going to come out. It's going to go like that. Then it turned the page and showed the pregnant woman. He said, see, then she's going to get pregnant like this. It had these the plastic pages where you turn it, it showed the whole thing play out. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Because in the old days, they didn't have video and stuff, so they had to make the books real informative. So then he showed her pregnancy. He said, the baby, you know. And then he turned it, and then he showed me, he said, see the baby coming out. See the baby head? And I'm a little boy. I'm tripping out. I'm tripping. Because all the other kids, their daddy told them to start. All other kids, they daddy told them to start. Not Randolph. Don't ask Randolph shit. Don't ask my daddy nothing if you don't really want to, if you don't really want to know. He showed me the whole thing, then he showed me the baby coming out and everything. He said, then it come out a thing right there. Then the doctor catch it. Then the doctor turn over and hit it and it cracked. And I'm thinking, I'm like only in the third grade, so I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking, I'm kind of like, tripping because I ain't ready for all that. I didn't think it was all that. You know what I'm saying? And it had the pictures. It's one of these real good medical dictionaries. I wonder where that book at. I might have kept it. I might got that book in something. That man showed me the whole thing. I was a little ass kid. So when I went to school, I was the only one really knew where a baby came from. I couldn't even talk to the other kids about the stuff my daddy would. You know what I'm saying? It was different. Hey, I'm like 6 years old. We in the kitchen, me, my sister, my mom, and my daddy. And my daddy telling me and my sister, we like 5, 6, or like 7 and 8. We real little. My daddy say, this is how you go downtown. You walk out there in front of the house, it's Aberdeen. Then you walk all the way down 2 corners, and then step there, then the bus is there. Then he say, you get on the bus, and you're going to go to the next street with the light. You're going to get off there and cross the street. That's Holster Street. And you're going to get on that bus, and that bus going to take you to the L train, right? And the L train going to take you downtown. My mom would say, Randolph, them kids don't know nothing what you talk about taking no bus downtown. Here go my daddy. Them little niggas down on the projects know. My mom would say, Randolph, them kids don't know how to take no bus downtown. My dad was a bus driver, right? So my daddy say, them little niggas down in the projects know. Yeah, they get on my bus. They be 5 years old, 6, 7 years old. They go downtown like their mama told them. They buy everything their mama told them. They get back on my bus coming back and they go to that project. Yeah, them little niggas in the project know. So my dad was like, if they know, man gonna know. And he went lying because they had to be more advanced in the project. They can't afford to wait till they grow up. That's what he told my mom. She started laughing. He said, them little niggas in the project they get on my bus and they go downtown, they get everything their mama tell them, and they get on their bus and they go right back to that project. That's what he said. My mother didn't say nothing. She couldn't really deal with him. Tyreek used to say that he is African. Now he changed for FBA. I don't understand him anymore because he also said that we were Moors. Now we're indigenous. I'm lost. I mean, you want to be lost. You know what I'm saying? Brothers like you, when you see brothers say something and then brothers increase their knowledge, you look at for contradictions. So that's really you don't know nothing about knowledge. You understand? You don't know nothing about knowledge and you looking for faults. So basically, all you doing is looking for faults in Tyreek. Just say that. You don't got to keep picking. Tyreek do this wrong. Tyreek do that wrong. You just don't like him. Leave it like that. Because I came up as a Pan-African Egyptian. And now I'm FBA. But you slow because Pan-African Egyptian is my long genealogy. My immediate legacy goes back to America. And my legacy to go back to America is FBA. tracing myself back to America has nothing to do with me saying I got DNA from ancient Kemet. That's not a conflict. But you don't know what foundational Black Americans is. Because I'm sure me and Tyreek got African blood, but we foundational Black Americans, just like Africans is Africans, but they Nigerians. So how is he an African and a Nigerian? What's the difference? What's the difference in being an African and an Ethiopian and being an African and a Black American? You're an African, but you're in Ethiopia. You're an African, but you're in America. What's the difference? Checkmate. Now let it go. If you don't like Tariq, stop watching. Go watch TV. Because you're getting on my nerve with all this anti-Tariq nonsense. We ain't even talk about that. In Chicago, we would say, get off his dizzle. That's what I would say. Get off his nuts. You all up in that man's underwear. Leave me alone with that shit. That's your problem. You don't understand, Tyreek? That's your problem. That's not my problem. Stop watching them. Grow the fuck up. FBA ain't got none of, yeah, it probably is a tether. Definitely. Because your lineage to this country, FBA only go back to the 1800s. And your DNA go back to the beginning of time. So just because your lineage go, right? He ain't saying nothing about white people saying they're Americans, right? But white people come from Europe. He ain't gonna say that. You see what I'm saying? See, so you got haters. Now, white Americans, are they Americans? They Europeans, right? Right? They trace back to Europe. Why you ain't questioning them? Why you ain't questioning Americans how they calling themselves Americans, but they Irish and they Germans? Why you ain't questioning that? Why you ain't questioning white Americans is Irish and Germans, so how they Americans? They're Americans because they tracing their lineage back to 1776, to the Revolutionary War. That ain't got nothing to do with their heritage all the way back to Ireland. And so you sound stupid like, well, since they are Irish, how the hell is they American? So that's like you negative, bro, because you picking on the black person, but you ain't asked them questions for nobody else. That's some negative shit. Because how's all these other people American? How's they Chinese Americans then? All right. But stop with that, though. Because you ain't saying nothing about Chinese being Americans, and they from China. You ain't saying nothing about Mexicans being Americans, and they from Mexico. You ain't saying nothing about Italians, that's American. You ain't saying nothing about nobody else that's American, but Tyreek. You like picking on Tyreek. Like looking for faults with Tyreek. I don't like that shit, bro. I don't really like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You looking for some fault with that brother like that. I don't like that. The whole time you watching them, you ain't learning nothing. Like, I don't like that. I'm going to just keep it real. I don't like that. I don't like that. This is the third or second question you asked me about him. 3 different things. That's targeting. It ain't no coincidence you keep asking me about him. You don't like him. Just say that. I don't like Tyreek. You don't got to be soft. What about this with Tyreek? What about that with Tyreek? What about that with Tyreek? What, bro? You don't like dude. Well, guess what? He don't like your ass either. So there. Why you got a slave name? Why you carrying the name of a slave? Why you a Davis? Why you got a slave name? Why in 2026 do you identify with the slave owner and call yourself Davis? Can you trace your lineage back to Davises? That's what your family was, Davis? Let's talk about you. Why you got a slave name? Prove you really a Davis. How you a Davis? Where you get the word, where your family get the name Davis from? Where your family get the name Davis? Because that don't sound indigenous or nothing. Where your family, you weren't about his lineage and all that. Let's talk about yours. Where did you get the name Davis from? Go research that. How somebody named Davis gonna question somebody else about their lineage? Your name Davis, that you got from slavery, and you fine with it, and that ain't no black name. But you worried about what somebody else identified, and you don't even got your own identity together, bruh. You really getting on my nerves, Davis. Go look that up. Your parents wasn't no damn Davis. Your parents was from slavery, and they got the name the slave owner gave them. What, you don't know no history? You don't know what a slave name is? Black people in America, they last name is slave names. That's not your ancestors' name. That's not your great 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 granddaddy was not no damn Davis. Hey, look at this, y'all. I can't stand people like that. Davis. The surname Davis is primarily of English and Welsh origin. He got an English or British name. He asked about somebody else's lineage. The surname Davis is a primarily of English and Welsh origin. It is a patronymic name meaning son of David. The given name David comes from the Hebrew Dawid, meaning beloved. Research from genealogical platforms like Wikitree confirmed that the surname is widespread throughout the British Isles and does not have a single point of origin. Key historical derivations include Welsh, English, Scottish, and Irish. Ashkenazi Jewish. So the Ashkenazi Jews owned y'all and named y'all family and the slaves they owned Davis. Why you worried about Tyreek? Leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro. I ain't gonna take it no more. Leave me alone. I shouldn't have to block you. Leave me alone. Stop talking to me. Leave me alone. That's all I'm gonna tell you, bro. Leave me alone. I can't stand people like that. He worried about Tyreek, and he got a damn slave. He worried about dude lineage. Unbelievable. He's trying to hate on a brother that's trying to do something for black people. Like Tyreek is trying to stand on something so we can trace our lineage to get reparations. If we don't trace our lineage, we can't get reparations. So we got to trace ourselves back until the 1800s to get reparations. And that's what he's trying to do. And this man trying to tear down somebody that's trying to help us get something that we supposed to been got, that none of our family got, including his family. And instead of him riding with the brother, here he is picking and hating and throwing that man's name around like that for no good positive reason, on straight negativity, which we know God is positive and who negative? Lucifer. So he on some old Luciferian negativity. Instead of, if you don't like Tyreek, stop watching him, bro. Because I don't like no men that keep watching somebody and you don't like them. You obviously watching them. So what you watching them for? Go watch something else. I don't like people like you. And I doubt if you FBA. Because you just, I answer one question. Here you go. Pharaoh, what about Tyreek doing this, Tyreek doing that, Tyreek doing that? Bro, go watch something else, bro. Go watch something else. Stop watching them. Why is you watching that man like that? You don't like him? Just watch something else, bro. Watch something that you understand. Stop watching something you understand, questioning the brother, tripping on the brother, picking on the brother, being all petty and shit. Asking me some old petty ass shit like that. You're disgusting. How old is you? Is you a grown ass man or what? Watch him, learn what you can learn. If you can't learn nothing, you don't like him, watch something else, bro, like a man. Like a man that got pants on. That shit don't make no damn sense. You're disgusting. I ain't gonna lie. You the worst kind of person. This is why I don't do no lot of searching, like, because I don't want to be around nobody like that. I'm going to just keep it real. I don't want nobody like that in my life, period. I don't want nobody like that. Because that motherfucker leave over here and go ask 1,000 questions about me. Why Pharaoh say this? What Pharaoh say that? That kind of person. He going to do me the same way he doing Tyreek. I'm telling you. They just watch people and complain about them and talk about them. Imagine you got a friend like that that'll walk around with you, and as soon as he leave, he asks some questions about you, talk about you. But he always watching you. You can't trust nobody like that. Always watching somebody they clearly don't like. Just say you don't like dude, bro, and move on. Because we don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you. I'm not like you. I ain't going to ask no bunch of questions. I don't like you. See, I'm straightforward. I don't like you. I don't like people like you. Couldn't trust you further than I could see you. I don't like you. Leave me alone. I don't like him. I don't like people like that. If you're around somebody that's always seen like they hating on somebody like that, they're going to hate on you the same way. Stay away from haters. Because all he got to do is sit and listen. He can learn all this shit. So, I mean, he just looking at Tyreek. He ain't listening. He ain't learning nothing. Because all he do is listen, he would have answered all of this. Criminal groups control approximately 90% of Haiti's capital. Well, Haiti is ran by gangs. You know what I'm saying? So Haiti is ran by gangs. And Haiti is ran by gangs. Now I'm gonna tell you what I suspect. Haiti is ran by gangs, right? And this is what I suspect. And this is just I'm just guessing. But Haiti is ran by gangs. But Haiti got a precious metal that hardly nobody got that you got to have for satellites and for spacecraft. It's called iridium. Haiti has the rare, one of the most precious metals in the world. That's why you ain't heard of it, called iridium. Right? This is it here. You gotta have it because it don't burn, it don't melt, it don't freeze. So we can go in outer space. It can go close, I can go by the sun, all that. I suspect that governments are keeping Haiti disrupted while they dig up all that iridium in Haiti. That's what I suspect. I suspect all the war and stuff is a cover up, a distraction, where they can go dig up this rare mineral. That's what I believe is going on in Haiti. To keep Haiti destabilized. Because there's no way in the world they got the most precious metal in the world and they poor. And there's no way in the world that Haiti is tore up like that and they ain't there with the highest, best equipment in the world digging up that iridium. You cannot tell me they ain't got no real expensive equipment digging up their iridium while the rest of Haiti is starving and that iridium could fix the whole Haiti. They keeping Haiti destabilized so they can steal the most precious metal in the world. It's only in Haiti, South Africa, another country they keeping unstabilized, and I think in Siberia or something like that. That's what I suspect. That they stealing that iridium. Look up iridium. Because there's no way you got one of the most precious metals in the whole world and they ain't there getting it. And how much money is that? Trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that could redo the whole Haiti. So you make it make sense. How Haiti got the most expensive metal in the world but looking like that? You tell me. All right, look. Because iridium can refer to a raw precious metal, a satellite communications company, or specialized spark plugs, pricing depends on your intended product. Precious metal. Raw iridium costs $7,250 to $7,500 per troy ounce, significantly more than gold. satellite communication. Devices like Iridium Extreme 9575 range from 1,000 to 1,450 with satellite airtime plans starting at roughly 65 per month. That's just for the satellite situation. But you see the price. The price is 7,500 per troy ounce. What is a troy ounce? A troy ounce is a specialized unit of measurement for precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum. They ain't even mention iridium. It weighs 31.13 a gram, which is about 10% heavier than the standard ounce used for everyday household items. So a regular ounce is 28 grams, and they only sell this by the ounce. So you're getting 31 grams of that for $7,500. Real talk. You're getting 75 for 7,500 an ounce. But an ounce is 31 grams instead of 28, and there's 16 ounces in a pound. 16 times 7,500. So it's 130. It's 120,000 a pound. $120,000 a pound, and it's heavy. So a pound is a little bit, and they need a whole lot for a satellite, right? So you're talking millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Now, how many satellites Elon Musk got going around the earth right now? Exactly. And they need that. So that's trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars coming out of Haiti. But Haiti poor. Let that sink in. Just let that sink in. Support the channel. All right, check this out. Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute. Look at this. Whoa. I looked up what precious metal is found in Haiti. It said iridium. Now I looked up where's iridium found at? South Africa, Russia, Zimbabwe, Canada, and the United States, specifically Alaska. No mention of Haiti. What y'all think about that? No mention of Haiti. Is it found in Haiti? Is it found in Haiti? Yes. Hold on. Hold on. Did you see that? I said, is it found in Haiti? It says yes. It says yes. But when I asked where it's at, man, you could not make this up. But when I asked where it's at, it said South Africa, Russia, Zimbabwe, Canada, and the United States. I told y'all. I told y'all. I told y'all they don't want nobody to know that's in Haiti. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Look, iridium is an exceptional metal, commercially viable deposit are highly concentrated primarily in South Africa, Russia, Zimbabwe, Canada, and the United States. Then I said, is it in Haiti? Yes, trace amounts of iridium are found in Haiti. All right, wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Y'all seen that. You ain't they do not want you to know it's in Haiti. I told you. Trace them out my ass. Most of it is in Haiti. You said that? Trace amounts mean not much. But then you didn't even tell nobody was there. They are trace amount lie. Lester. Hey Lester. They lying. They lying. Trace amounts my ass. And I bet you there's two or more, three places got it that they ain't gonna tell you. Cause I bet you it's some in the Congo. I bet you it's some in the Congo. Watch this. Yes. Y'all see they playing in our face? Y'all see this? Hold on. Is there iridium found in the Congo? Yes, iridium is found in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It didn't say that at first, did it? Wait a minute. I don't think I've seen the Congo. Unless I'm tripping. Did it say the Congo? Okay. Where is iridium found? Wait a minute. It might have. Hold on. What country is iridium found? Here they go. They ain't even want to tell me no more. Now it's saying South Africa and Russia. Man, these people here. Look, look. South Africa, Russia, Canada, Zimbabwe, Australia, Brazil, and Myanmar. Doesn't say Haiti, does not say the Congo, does not say Haiti, and does not say the Congo. Boy, I'm telling you. Look, South Africa, Russia, Canada, Zimbabwe, Australia, Brazil, and Myanmar. Does not say the Congo, does not say Haiti. Look, it's over here on the side. Rare minerals in Haiti and the Congo and South Africa. So look, I had to click on, boy, I had to click on another one and look what it say. Hold on. I had to click on something else, y'all. Hell to the no. When I clicked on something on the side of that same page, it took me here. Rare minerals in Haiti, the Congo, and South Africa. There you go, right there. Iridium pellet costs $5,000 per ounce. They did not say that last time. They didn't say no 5,000 either. They said 1,500, 1,700 something, didn't they? They did not say no 5,000 an ounce. Hold on. Wait a minute. Did they say 5,000 an ounce? No, they did not say 5,000 an ounce. I thought they said 15 to 1,700. I thought y'all, didn't they tell us 15 to 1,700? Now it's 5,000? $5,000 times 12. No, times 16. Equal so it's 80,000 an ounce. Last time it said so. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. That ain't right. Wait a minute. 5,000 times 16. So it's 80,000 an ounce. Last time it did not say no damn 80,000 an ounce. Last time I thought it said, yeah, last time it said 24,000. It's double what, it told us 24,000. It's double what it told us. Hey, it told us 24,000. It told us 24,000. Now it's saying 5,000. They lied. It's probably 50,000, 10,000. It ain't no. Man, listen, I'm through. Y'all seen it. So now you see what's really going on in Haiti, right? All this stuff is a distraction. And for it to be precious like that, right? Hey, James, on top of that, for it to be precious like that, and they want to get it out the cheapest way, the whole country could be contaminated with radiation. So now all of a sudden they want to send them back down there. Why? Don't get me going with the conspiracies because they obviously is just taking it out there any old kind of bogus way to save money. If Haiti's a decent country, they got to pay more money to get it out. They got to have all kind of security and protection. But if they just got the people down there living in squalor and got the place crazy, they could just dig it out. They could just take it out any kind of way they want to. They don't have to do it the righteous way. They can have toxic chemicals everywhere. They intentionally got Haiti like that for that metal. Because according to that, if they got that metal, Haiti's supposed to be nice as hell. Boy, this is why they demonetized me last time. I be telling too much. This why I get. That's why I be getting demonetized. The last time I got demonetized, they didn't tell me why, but it's because I be doing shit like this. I be saying too much. They be making phone calls. Hey, shut his ass up. I'm liable to get demonetized again for telling y'all this. I ain't gonna lie. Because last time they couldn't tell me what I did wrong. Just what I'm just doing now. My doggone, and I don't be getting no cash apps or nothing. I be out here jumping out the window. I need to be more like Seti Nash, just saying bullshit and just run the bag up. Because shit, I'm losing money doing this. I ain't getting no support and I can get cut off. The thing about the truth is it ain't so much scared as business. So they ain't scared of the truth. It's just the truth is business. So it's like it's business. They ain't never shutting down nothing unless it got something to do with business. They never shutting it down because of fear. They're only gonna shut it down for the bag if you get in the way of the bag. If you're telling people too much and it hurt the bottom line. If you don't hurt their bottom line money, they don't care what you say. That's a fact. The only thing I got on my side with this is you can't do nothing about it anyway. So they like, what does it matter if you know? You can't get to Haiti, you ain't got the planes, and you can't do nothing about it. So Pharaoh can say whatever he want to say. So I'm not really no real threat because can't nobody do nothing anyway. What you gonna do? Nothing. It's just information you're gonna know, but you can't act on it. So I'm not really a threat because the Russians, the Chinese, and everybody already know is there. I ain't telling them nothing they don't know. But it ain't no way they got one of the most precious minerals on the whole earth and Haiti broke. I can tell you that. Haiti broke for a reason. They probably doing some kind of trafficking and that mineral and a whole bunch of bogus stuff. And if it's fixed, they lose money. They need it just like that. So it be so wild, they can be in the back stealing and doing whatever they really doing. Keep the folks on, no, look up here, look at the turmoil, look at the turmoil, look. Haiti's in turmoil. No, don't look back there. Don't look back there. Don't look at the minerals and stuff. Because Haiti got a lot of minerals. Let's see. What precious minerals are in Haiti? Watch, this probably going to be horrible. See? See, they're just robbing that place. We already see they got iridium. And look, they won't tell me again. They won't say it again. It ain't pop back up. But look what's there. Gold and silver, copper, bauxite, limestone, marble, calcium, carbonate. Nothing about iridium. Boy, I'm telling you. How much gold and silver they taking? So they're getting gold, they're getting silver. They're getting gold and silver. Over 1 million ounces of gold and 20 to 30 million ounces of silver in these geological locations. Exploratory projects estimate over 1 million ounces of gold and 20 to 30 million ounces of silver. A whole bunch of copper, bauxite, limestone, marble, calcium carbonate. So basically, Haiti is rich, filthy rich, with iridium too. And them people over there straight poor. Let that sink in your head. Boy, see, black people, we way behind the eight ball, y'all. We way out the loop. We just basically getting graped. Because we sitting on all the natural resources and they just taking them. And the people ain't getting nothing. Because you know that stuff is all over Africa. You think they're not going to tell us how much iridium in Africa? They're going to say it's some in South Africa. Man, get the hell out of here. Then we found out it's in the Congo. It's in more places than that. It's all over Africa. That's what it is, y'all. Hope y'all learn from this. Support the channel. Boy, what a mess. Victory.